The ranking member of the full committee, Mr. Larsen, for 5 minutes for an opening statement.
Thank you, Chair Collins and Vice Ranking Member Skolton, for holding the hearing, and welcome back Assistant Secretary Tell and Lieutenant General Graham. Thank you for being here this morning. Since 2014, this committee has honored its commitment to meet local water resource needs across the country through bipartisan and biennial enactment of the Water Resources Development Act. Predictable WRDAs support core projects while creating good-paying jobs in the construction industry and supporting countless more jobs in the U.S. industries and businesses that benefit directly from these projects. Regular enactment of WRDAs also provides critical policy reforms that improve the function and flexibility of the Corps to respond to local challenges. Failure to implement WRDA on time results in delays and denies critical economic, environmental, and societal benefits to communities across the country. Each presidential administration wants to put its own mark on the management of federal agencies. And based on your ideas for reducing paperwork at the Corps, we are starting to understand your priorities. However, no administration gets to ignore the law and to manage federal agencies as they please, untethered from the legal obligations that Congress mandates. For example, as of yesterday, this administration has formally implemented only 3 provisions from the Water Resources Development Act of 2024, enacted in January 2025. 3. This means that bipartisan benefits that an overwhelming majority of Republican and Democratic members of the House and Senate enacted are not reaching their communities. Failure to implement WRDA 2024 denies the country the benefits of the 21 Chiefs reports that it authorized. Benefits such as upgraded navigation, flood risk reduction, and storm protection projects, as well as ecological restoration and the societal benefits associated with these projects. Failure to implement WRDA 24 means that small, rural, and tribal and other communities will continue to struggle to meet local challenges as these projects remain unaffordable. Failure to implement WRDA 24 increases the vulnerability of America's navigational capacity, both through its coastal and inland ports, as well as the vulnerability of communities to the challenges of climate change and drought. This administration needs to do better. At today's hearing, I expect to hear you recognize Congress as an essential partner in directing and scoping how the Corps implements its missions. I also expect to hear that you will work diligently to make sure that every enacted provision of existing WRDAs is fully implemented in a timely fashion, and that you'll provide the committee with periodic updates on your progress. This committee recently closed its member portal that contains roughly 2,400 project, policy, and environmental infrastructure requests for the upcoming WRDA for 26. Based on member requests, my top line priorities for WRDA 26 will be ensuring that we authorize the next generation of local water resource projects and studies, ensure that all communities, including rural, small, and tribal communities, can affordably partner with the Corps to resolve local challenges, and ensuring that all Corps projects are designed to meet the challenges of climate change and make communities more resilient to stronger storms, rising sea levels, and severe droughts. I look forward to today's testimony and my continued partnership with the chair of the full committee, chair of this subcommittee, and the ranking member and vice ranking member to develop a bill in our traditional bipartisan fashion. With that, I yield back.